There's a man sitting on a throne at the very end of time. Except he's not a man anymore. He's a god. Not the god of thunder or even mischief, but something way more powerful. He's the living heart of a brand new ever-growing multiverse. Every single story, every single life is a thread in this incredible shimmering tapestry that he now holds together. This is Loki. He's not a villain anymore. He might just be the most important being in existence. Now, picture someone else. A king, a genius, a sorcerer. He looks at this beautiful, chaotic multiverse and sees only one thing: a mistake, a flawed design that needs a stronger hand. He believes that to save reality, he has to conquer it. To protect free will, he must get rid of it. This is Doctor Doom. One is the ultimate guardian of choice. The other is the ultimate tyrant of control. Their powers are off the charts. Their philosophies are polar opposites. And their collision isn't just possible, it's inevitable. This isn't just another superhero fight. This is a battle for the very soul of the MCU. The clash between Doctor Doom and the god of stories, Loki, won't just be a cool moment in Avengers Secret Wars. It's the cataclysmic event that kicks the whole thing off. So today, we're breaking down exactly how and why this universe-shattering face-off is going to happen. We'll get into the insane power levels these two are operating at, the philosophical war that makes their fight a certainty, and how their battle will most likely go down, leading straight to the creation of Battleworld and the final, desperate conflict of Avengers Secret Wars. First, to really get the scale of this fight, we have to appreciate what Loki has become. Forget the god of mischief who tried to take over New York. That Loki is basically ancient history. His journey through the TVA wasn't just a redemption arc. It was a complete transformation. He's moved beyond hero or villain and has become a fundamental force of nature. For his entire life, Loki was obsessed with his glorious purpose, which was really just a desperate need to sit on a throne. He was always the second son, the outcast, the schemer. His power, while pretty strong, was all about deception and illusions. But those are the powers of a trickster, not a true god. His ambition was always tied to what other people thought of him. Odin, Thor, anyone. He wanted to rule so that people would finally see him. The Loki we have now doesn't need anyone to see him. He found a purpose that's bigger than any throne. By grabbing all the timelines and weaving them into a new world tree, he literally became the savior of the multiverse. He took over from He Who Remains, but where that guy kept control by cutting timelines and getting rid of choice, Loki does the exact opposite. He guards infinite possibilities, protecting free will on a scale that's almost impossible to wrap your head around. So what does this power actually mean? He's not just watching the timelines, he is the timelines. His life force is now tied to every single branching reality. He exists outside of normal space and time, experiencing every moment in every universe all at once. This isn't just time travel, it's like he's everywhere and everywhen. In the comics, the god of stories can literally rewrite reality just by telling a new story. While the MCU might tone that down a bit, the main idea is the same. Loki has ultimate control over the narrative of existence. And his motivation? It's completely flipped. The whole point of his sacrifice was to give everyone else a choice, the very thing He Who Remains wanted to destroy. He saw the beautiful chaotic mess of infinite timelines and didn't see a problem that needed fixing. He saw something worth protecting. He chose to carry the weight of it all so that every single being could have their own story. He's become the ultimate champion of free will, not through big speeches or fights, but through a quiet, eternal sacrifice. This puts him in a very unique and very powerful position. He's not really a player in the game anymore. He's the board itself. Any threat to the multiverse is a threat to him. He's a silent guardian whose very existence is what stops reality from falling apart. But what happens when a new player comes along who doesn't just want to conquer a planet, but wants to take over the loom of fate itself. What happens when someone looks at Loki's beautiful, chaotic tapestry and decides they want to burn it all and weave something new? Well, that's where we find Victor Von Doom. While Loki just got his cosmic upgrade, Doctor Doom has been a shadow waiting to fall on the Marvel Universe for decades. In the comics, Doom isn't just another villain, he is the villain. He's the ultimate bad guy, a man whose arrogance is only matched by his genius and his unbreakable will. And when you talk about the Secret Wars storyline, he's not just in it. He's the main event, the architect of the whole thing. To get why Doom is the only real threat to someone like the God of Stories, you have to understand how he thinks. Victor Von Doom believes, down to his very core, that he is the only person smart enough and strong enough to rule everything. He sees a universe filled with chaos and suffering and thinks the only way to get true peace is through his absolute control. He doesn't want to destroy the world, he wants to save it. But his idea of saving it is to remake it in his image, a world without the messy, unpredictable problem of free will. And his powers? It's this terrifying mix of super science and dark magic that makes him probably the most dangerous mortal alive. On one hand, he's a scientific genius who could give Reed Richards a run for his money. His armor is a technological marvel. It's nearly indestructible, gives him super strength, lets him fly, shoot energy blasts, and create force fields. It can take a punch from the Hulk. But unlike Iron Man, tech is only half of his toolkit. Doom is also one of the most powerful sorcerers on the planet. He studied dark arts that would make Doctor Strange nervous, traveled to other dimensions, and mastered spells that can go toe-to-toe with the Sorcerer Supreme. This combination is what makes him so dangerous. He can look at a magical threat with the cold logic of a scientist and counter a tech-based attack with ancient magic. He's the perfect blend of the two most powerful forces in the universe. Now let's look at the 2015 Secret Wars comic, which the MCU is clearly borrowing from. In that story, the multiverse is dying. Universes are crashing into each other in events called incursions. While the heroes are scrambling to find a fix, Doom does something else. He, along with Molecule Man and Doctor Strange, goes right to the source of the problem, godlike beings called the Beyonders. And in the most Doom move ever, he manages to kill them and steal all their power. With that power, he doesn't just save what's left of reality. He builds a new one called Battle World. It's a patchwork planet made from the scraps of dead universes, all held together by his will. And ruling it all is God Emperor Doom, an absolute monarch with the power of a god. It's a world of order, peace, and no chaos. It's Doom's paradise. This is Doctor Doom's endgame. Not just ruling his country of Latveria, but total control over all of existence. And in the MCU, the path to that kind of power doesn't lead to the Beyonders, who we haven't even met. It leads to the one person who is currently holding the multiverse together. The path leads straight to Loki. The fight between Doom and Loki won't happen because of a simple rivalry. It's a full-blown, can't-be-solved clash of ideas. It's the ultimate debate for the fate of reality, and it'll be argued with cosmic power instead of words. This is order versus chaos, control versus freedom. On one side, you have Loki, the god of stories. His whole purpose now is to make sure every story gets told. He sits at the center of the world tree and just lets its branches grow wild. Each branch is a universe, a choice being made. He's like a gardener who thinks the whole point of a garden is its wild, unpredictable growth. He spent his whole life being told who he was supposed to be, a villain, a stepping stone for heroes. His final glorious purpose is to make sure nobody else has their destiny written for them. He's fighting for the right of the multiverse to be messy and imperfect. On the other side, there's Doctor Doom. Where Loki sees a beautiful garden, Doom sees an overgrown jungle full of weeds. He looks at all the branching realities and sees infinite ways for things to go wrong. He sees timelines where the Avengers lose, where Thanos wins, where incursions wipe everything out. In his mind, free will is the universe's biggest design flaw. It's the source of every war, every tragedy. His solution is simple, and in his mind, kind. He needs to be the ultimate editor. He'll take the chaotic manuscript of the multiverse and rewrite it into a single perfect story. His story. This is why their fight is so much more interesting than just a hero versus a villain. In his own head, Doom is the hero. He's the one willing to make the tough call to bring about real peace. He'd argue that Loki's protection of free will is just being passive, letting trillions suffer in broken timelines for the sake of an idea. Think about where they both came from. Loki started out obsessed with control, wanting a throne. He evolved into a guardian who found his purpose by letting go of control. Doom is the exact opposite. His entire life has been about dominating everything around him, from science and magic to his home country of Latveria. It's who he is. He simply cannot stand a universe run by chance and chaos. So their powers are set to collide. Loki's power is all about keeping the multiverse diverse and infinite. Doom's goal is to collapse all of that into one single reality, his battle world. To get what he wants, Doom has to tear down what Loki built. He can't create his world of perfect order while Loki is busy protecting a multiverse of beautiful chaos. He needs to chop down the tree, and to do that, he has to go straight for the root. This isn't just a fight, it's a conceptual war. And the winner decides what reality even is. This won't start with a big declaration of war. It'll start quietly, with an intrusion. Dr. Doom, after years of studying the multiverse, will finally figure out the source of its new stability. He won't see a god or a hero. He'll see a power source, a cosmic battery at the center of everything, and he'll make a plan to take it. His first move will probably be an attack on the structure Loki maintains. Imagine Doom, in armor beefed up with TVA and dark magic, showing up at the Citadel at the end of time. He's not there to take the throne. He's there to tear the whole system down. He'll see the timeline tree not as sacred, but as a supercomputer that he's about to hack. From his throne, Loki will feel this instantly. It'd be like a virus in his own body. The branches of the timelines would start to flicker and die. Not randomly, but from a targeted, intelligent attack. This is how the fight starts. Not with a punch, but with a system crash. As timelines unravel, Loki will have to act, to use his power more directly than ever before. He might appear before Doom, not as a physical person, but as a projection of pure cosmic will. He'd probably plead with Doom, not because he's scared, but because he understands exactly what Doom is trying to do. He'd try to show him the beauty in the chaos, the infinite stories playing out every second. He'd try to reason with him. But you can't reason with Victor Von Doom. He would see Loki's plea as weakness, proof that this god doesn't have the guts to do what's necessary, and then the real fight would begin. A fight on a scale the MCU has never even hinted at. Doom's strategy would be brilliant and terrifying. He'd use his tech to try and cut Loki's connection to the timelines, creating paradoxes to overwhelm him. At the same time, he'd use his magic not to attack Loki's body, but to attack his very story. Doom would try to cast a spell to rewrite Loki's own past, to try and force him back into being the villain, to make him believe his sacrifice was a lie. Loki's defense would be just as incredible. He wouldn't just fight back, he would be the battlefield. He could bend time and reality around Doom, trapping him in his own past failures. He could try to unravel the story of Doom's armor, making it fall apart atom by atom. But Doom is relentless. His will is absolute. His armor would be shielded against reality-warping attacks. He might even have a secret weapon that's been rumored for years, the power of the Molecule Man, a being who can control all matter. In the comics, that's how Doom channeled the Beyonder's power. Maybe in the MCU, Doom finds a way to control matter on a level that even the god of stories can't stop. The turning point would come when Doom realizes he can't beat Loki head-on. Loki is the system, so Doom will change his goal from destroying the system to capturing it. Using some nightmare mix of science and magic, he'll create the ultimate prison, not a cage of metal, but a cage of time. He could trap Loki in a single repeating moment, a time loop that even the master of time slipping can't escape. With Loki trapped and helpless, the timelines would thrash and die, collapsing in on themselves in one final multiversal incursion. As the last bits of reality crumble, Doom, now overflowing with the power he's stolen from Loki, would stand in the empty void. He would say one word, peace, and from the ashes, he would forge a new reality. A single world patched together from the survivors, a world under one ruler, one god, Battle World. And sitting on a throne at its heart would be God Emperor Doom, the man who beat a god and stole his creation. The battle would be over. But the secret war would have just begun. Loki's defeat and Doom's rise to power would be the single biggest win for any villain in MCU history. It makes the snap look tiny. Thanos erased half of life, but he still worked within the rules of the universe. Doom will have burned the rule book. The universe we know will be gone. In its place, Battle World, a patchwork planet where warring kingdoms, each a scrap from a dead reality, are all ruled by Doom. Imagine a place where the X-Mansion borders a kingdom run by Captain Hydra, where what's left of Asgard is just down the road from a New York patrolled by Stark Sentinels. The memory of the old world would be wiped clean. Everyone would only know their god, Doom. This is where Avengers Secret Wars will begin. The heroes who survive, maybe on a life raft, like in the comics, will pop up in a world that isn't theirs, ruled by their greatest enemy who now has the power of a creator. All their past victories are meaningless. Their homes, their families, their entire histories are gone. Doom's victory sets up the ultimate underdog story. How can a few scattered heroes possibly challenge a guy who controls the very fabric of reality? And what about Loki? He wouldn't be dead, just imprisoned, his power being siphoned off to fuel Doom's world. A fallen god forced to watch his multiverse get turned into a sterile prison. His rescue might be the hero's only hope, the key to undoing Doom's reign and rebooting reality. The showdown between Doom and Loki is the event that ties the whole multiverse saga together. It raises the stakes from saving the world to saving all of reality, establishes Doom as the ultimate threat who has already won, and turns Loki's journey into a cosmic tragedy that sets the stage for the MCU's biggest story ever. So, that's how this epic rivalry could kick off Secret Wars. But I want to know what you think. In a straight-up fight, who are you betting on? The god of stories or the master of science and magic? And what broken pieces of old universes would you want to see make up Doom's battle world? Drop your theories down in the comments below. And if you like this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns and theories on all things Marvel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.